introduce yourself and maybe flex your commentary credits a little bit? I'm just saying, you can totally do that.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Would you like to go first, MiniMatt, or would you like me to take the lead on that?
I just want everyone to know this is very serious, and they're actually incredibly talented commentators, which is why
we both commentated at actual EVO, the real one.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure when I said EVO caliber commentators, people knew I meant as in have commentated at EVO. So.
But yeah, as Tai Tuesday was saying, you know, we're part of the fighting game community, so obviously AKIZEME is very important to us. As for myself, I focus a lot more on Guilty Gear and a lot of niche games like Kohime Imbu and Sailor Moon for the Super Nintendo. And as far as EVO specific commentary goes, last year, if you want to search it up, I did Guilty Gear Top 8 commentary along with Top 8 Sailor Moon commentary. So if you want to see my beautiful face and a shirt way too small, that is me on commentary.
All right, let me make sure I can get capture here. There we go. Okay. It was being a little...
And one more thing before we start this. We're at 13K, right? And you're shaving your beard at 15?
At 15, yeah.
If we can hit 14K before the end of Putt-Putt, I will double your donation incentive. I will also shave my beard.
Oh my god, MiniMatt shaving his... Okay.
Yeah, the shaver is plugged in next to me. I checked to make sure I could broadcast on Discord, assuming you could just screen capture that. I will also shave my beard if you can, if all of you out there can get us from 13 to 14K before we're done with Putt-Putt EVO commentary. That is my promise, my pact with all of you.
My goodness, that's insane. That's insane. And thank you, John, for the host. All right.
Well, it's been almost a decade since I've shaved my beard.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's been a long time since I've seen you without one.
You hear this, Brandon? I will do this for you. Brandon.
Yeah.
Wherever you may be.
Brave beard sacrifice. I gotta say, Matt, I feel like yours is more integral to your whole shit than mine. So Godspeed, my friend. Godspeed.
As a clean-shaven man, you both are wild, but enjoy yourselves.
All right, is side stream up for both y'all?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
All right. Well, without further ado, let's go ahead and get some commentary going. I will let you two handle the heavy lifting here. Let's get some EVO commentary for Putt-Putt.
Thank you everyone for joining us at EVO Putt-Putt Saves the Zoo Grand Finals today here. I am Ryyudo.
I'm MiniMatt.
And we're going to see some of the best Putt-Putt action on this side of the US. I'm glad that you all are joining us today.
Definitely. Letting intros rock too, which is you know, it makes sense. They got to get their mental game ready.
Right, exactly. And they got to show some like the button checking and whatnot, making sure that, you know, things are working right. Opponents are able to move out of the way and stuff like that. And they really get that zoo action going.
Yeah, Ryyudo, your mic is a little hot, just so you know. If you can turn that down.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Give me a moment here. Cover for me, MiniMatt.
Yeah.
Well, it's crazy. This player, Putt-Putt, we've never seen somebody get this far in the bracket. They've beaten Sonic Trucks, Karsoru, Fortnite, DriveGo, Honda Fiend to get here to top 8.
I heard they beat Toichi in pool.
Yeah,
they knocked out Toichi. Unbelievable.
It was incredible.
Car system works player out here. You can see a lot of the skill set going on right now. Speaking of facial hair and shaving off, this dude does not have a beard, which is going to be MiniMatt and Tai Tuesday here in a few minutes.
Yo, look at that. Look at the zoning. These projectiles are so cheap.
That windshield wiper was very clean.
And Ryyudo, yeah, you turned your mic down. You might need to turn it back up to about where it was and just be a little farther from it.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll keep playing about it.
Yeah, we'll want to see those go.
All right, we'll keep testing. Keep helping me up and down.
Yeah. Up a little bit.
Up a little bit. Here we go. We're at 55. How you feeling?
Good. There you go.
All right, perfect. Art form made.
Back Al says he's got lions, seals, giraffes, and even a baby hippo.
That dragon installed to get that radio going. Gotta get some radios in the chat.
Nothing more hype than a dragon install in the middle of a nice round of Putt-Putt. Ooh, Optic Select out of there. Doesn't take anything from the market. Unbelievable.
Looks like we're getting this round started.
It can't be far now.
Can't be far now. Looks like they want to get in there. They don't want to play a zoning game.
I gotta be honest.
They're concerned about the distance.
I really was not happy with the decision to put a bunch of ads in the middle of the game. Like, I understand it, you want to promote your tournament, but it's like a bit much when every time you load into a match, there's 12 ads.
Right? Yeah, it was a really weird decision from Carcom to put that into their Street Driver series, but here we are anyway. But I guess they have to do something with it.
All right, we're going really quick. Ooh, really good optimization there. Great actions per minute on those clicks.
The car tower.
All right, let's see if they get the gate cancel. This is a one-frame trick. Super hard to do. Looks like they're buffering. They're flower buffering. All right, they're buffering the inputs. Let's see if they can get it. They're going for it. Oh no! They triggered the cutscene.
They took this. Taking a raw level 3 cinematic to the dome.
Oh, now they gotta play the level 3 cutscene all the way through.
I miss the older Putt-Putt games where the supers were just like one big punch or all their other moves stringed together. Now they have these long cinematic level 3s.
Yeah, when are they gonna put custom combos back in?
Honda Fiend, please. Why would you take this away from us? Please talk to Carcom so that we can get this fixed right away.
More ads.
More ads.
You know, from the thing is, these cinematics, like, it was a little. I get it if they're cool once in a while, but when they happen 45 times in the same tournament, you gotta cut down on the length of these bad boys.
Yeah, this is just as bad as Cardoc level 3.
Right, exactly. And really, they just need to pump the brakes on this sort of thing.
Okay, I think this is the end of the level 3 anime. Oh, no, sorry, it still keeps going.
Oh, Beyblade! Beyblade! We got the EX Beyblade from Elephant in the back.
I said, Bailey's out there somewhere. We're like, this is my tournament. I created it first, so give me credit.
Oh, they're spending the extra meter to get the last verse? Look at this optimal damage.
They're throwing everything out there, every single assist that they have.
Looks like Putt-Putt had enough health bar.
Up back out?
Alright, they're going for the gate cancel again.
I'm here to deliver some zoo chow.
Will they be able to get the cross under, or is it going to go to round 2?
Right, it's really hard to beat the sword defense. Oh, there we go.
They opened them up!
Honestly, just incredible patience.
Right. Just, opening up with such a defensive player like Jeepson Wong like that, it was absolutely amazing.
Incredible.
I'm glad you core blimey.
It's quite a morning, all right. What with the zoo opening today?
You didn't expect to see Souther in this tournament, but hey, Souther's been raising up the ranks. That's fine now.
Yeah, all right.
I mean, the offense or the defense is terrible, probably the worst blocking in the game. But the offense, if Souther gets rolling, just vicious.
Wow, you take care.
Yeah, but big bodies in this game just have a huge disadvantage. Look how big his hurt box is. They have to eat every cross-up.
The worst part is the hat still counts as part of his hurt box, so it's even taller. You get them cell fuzzies on this guy.
It's messed up. I haven't seen hitbox problems like this since I saw Karmata versus Lemon in Crash Bros.
Alright, and very smart here, pulling out his notes between matches. Gonna review things, see if he can figure out something with the matchup, take advantage in the next set. It's okay, take your time, put it back together.
Right, if you really want to be a good player, sometimes you need to have those notes to kind of just remind yourself of the kind of fundamental aspects you want to have to the game so that people just don't wheel all over you.
I respect it.
Alright.
So let's see what combo route they go for here.
Okay, going for the right, going back to the map.
Right, gotta check out the tournament venue just to make sure that they know where to get the nearest food at, because you have to have food while you're doing tournaments. You can't just be starving like that, otherwise you'll run out of gas while you're playing.
Oh, is that a Portillo's?
Oh, now I'm sad. Now's the combo breaker that was supposed to be this weekend. Love you guys.
Yeah, I'm so sad that Combo Breaker is getting canceled due to COVID-19. It's a huge problem.
I'll get it right away.
Now, going for just building stacks here, getting a lot of resources in the tank. This should help in the later game situations. Having those resources and having those stacks on deck, just vital as soon as you get the knockdown, really lets you make your opponent's life complete hell.
Absolutely, just having the option to spend the cocoa whenever you want to is so big in competitive play at this level.
And speaking of the high-level players, you know, the Japanese player Nagas definitely does a thing where they have like kind of little snacks and sweets as they play the game to keep themselves going throughout every single match. So it definitely works out really well for them.
You've got to keep that brain glucose level high, for sure, for sure.
Right. The brain's a very nice thing to protect. Just like, that's why you have to block overheads. That's the reason why you gotta block overheads. Your brain. Your brain's there.
Cool cameras, Patty. Take it, Putt-Putt.
Yeah, we're at the microtransactions part. I know nobody out there in Streamland likes to see this, but it keeps EVO going, so...
It's just, you hate to see it when, it's one of those things where the game is pretty well balanced and the DLC characters just happen to have all been like top 5. I understand the frustration from the players, but you know, initial characters get released, they're generally a little bit pushed and then they pull them back, but they need to push them at first so players can try them out and they can get some good data going. And I get it, everyone complains about the camera, but the camera super is fine. It's fine, it's frame 1, but it doesn't even do damage.
Yeah, it's not that bad. You can get around it. Just jump and spot dodge.
Yeah, Jet, just jump and spot dodge. It's super easy.
It's a snapshot moment.
And you know, I have to give it out to the camera characters in fighting games. If we don't have nearly enough of those, you know, we had Ran from rival schools, and then we had Frank West.
Frank West, yeah, incredible character.
Yeah, but now Putt-Putt is going north instead.
Going for the grassland stage. I guess they just think the platform layout is a little more advantageous for Putt-Putt here.
Well, yeah, see, Putt-Putt's really good at getting items. The reason they say that items are banned in Crash Bros is because the best characters can get them easier than everyone else, right? It doesn't balance anything. Putt-Putt got that log on the spot.
Right, exactly. And now I can use it for a ninja transformation, just like that disappeared behind humans. Nothing personnel, kid.
Help spin the meat on camera again.
I mean, here's the thing, right? As soon as you see the tendril, like the weird whip thing come out, you know this character's gonna be at least upper mid. They don't make whip characters that are bad anymore. Like, you got Phonon, ridiculous. Yeah. Ridiculous.
Yeah, and on top of her, you know, Eltnum too, just with those whip normals. It just whips it good for sure.
Like to see the hurt box on that.
Right.
You know that wire is active forever. Oh, all right, we got another photo cancel here.
All right, there we go.
Once you let this character get meter, they can just spam the camera super. It's so hard to get them to stop.
Yeah, and for those of you who don't know how Putt-Putt operates, Putt-Putt starts out as one of the weaker characters in the game, but if you successfully knock down your opponent and take a photo of them, he will level up every time you do it, up to level 3. Level 3 Putt-Putt is probably one of the best characters in the game. Obviously, no Dark Phoenix, who is? But Putt-Putt level 3 is ridiculous.
Yeah, the only reason they haven't nerfed it so far is because it's so hard to execute.
And that's definitely where you see that sort of tech against the level 3 Phoenix, like you were mentioning, that Carzo came up with, and we saw that a few years ago at Final Round. So very, very good play over there.
You know what's crazy? Still has Coco on deck. They still haven't spent that.
Right. That Coco's getting cold. You guys spend it, bro.
I mean, the thing that's smart is, though, is he has advantage, and there's no reason to spend it now, right? Like, if he spends it now, what's the difference going to be? If it's another chance to, I don't know, on defense, that's going to, you know, in case there's any momentum swings, he'll be able to use that on defense and just completely reverse it, take the momentum back, and get going.
Now, look out for 10
now we see here that he's going for the easy combo route, and I mean that's pretty good because you're able to keep that sort of consistency. Kind of going back to Jeeps and Wong a little bit. It's just a lot of things that you try to use your most consistent things while you are in tournament, and that is what Putt-Putt is going for.
All right, we got all these puppet characters just really deploying them, really going wild, spending some of that meter.
Using that drive cancel for sure to be able to allow this sort of setup right now, and Putt-Putt is just stuck in set play, just dealing with all of it though really, really well.
Yeah, but if you look under the health bars, you can see the opponent only has 2 Peacocks left, 4 Rhinos, 6 Gazelles, so they're gonna run out of resources eventually.
You love to see this. This is Toichi levels of defense. Everyone remembers Toichi versus Sonic Trucks, and the level of defense on display, just like, can you mix Putt-Putt up? Are you sure about that?
And the thing about these assists is that a lot of them go low, and when you're playing Breaking 7 like that, you're able to parry everything like JDCAR.
Great job, kid.
God, this really is another drive go versus Jeeps and Wong moment.
Flamingo. And
seriously, keep it. Oh.
Okay.
Did they just pop the install, get all their resources back?
Oh, and he's bursting! Oh, and he's bursting!
He's out of combo! That's crazy!
Let's go! Let's go!
That was so smart.
What a good play from Putt-Putt. You rarely get to see that sort of like high stress situation handled so cleanly, and that is why Putt-Putt is near the top right now.
That was amazing. They blocked the whole first super, waited for their opponent to pop and stall, and then burst.
And just absolutely clean, just smooth, slick like oil, baby. Just got out of that situation.
It's like Jeepson Wong always says. If you block your opponents out, they get so frustrated because most people, you know, they're really here to get in that ass, run that offense, do that kind of thing, you know, get their set play going. They practice their setups, they practice their combos, and you're just sitting there denying them over and over. No cookies, no cookies, and they'll get so mad, and you can just immediately burst on them.
We can find out all
Yeah,
about
you know, that's why I say rush hour that shit down, homie. Thank you, Alex Maya.
The continent of Asia is where Asian elephants live.
Oh, we got the MC on the mic right now. Thank you much, Tasty Steve, for bringing it to the home to us.
It's so smart. It's so smart that they're using audio cues here.
Oh yeah.
Some of these moves are just totally unreactable, but the audio cue comes a lot faster than the animation.
All right, he's about to seal the deal right now here with the camera tech.
What level is Putt-Putt at this point?
At least level like 2.5 at this point out of 5 right now. Has got a good amount of pictures, but has taken a few hits every now and then, like the elephant teardrops. Didn't block those overheads at all earlier.
Like as Ty mentioned before, once you hit level 3 with Putt-Putt, that's when things really start getting degenerate. So we're almost at the break point.
Right, exactly.
Maybe I can help. Oh boy! I bet if we figure
that
out
smile.
how to
Yeah. No, it's okay. We don't have to keep kayfabe perfectly. Sometimes Putt-Putt just makes you laugh, and that's fine. We're all adults.
Yeah, I have joy in my heart. All right, we're gonna be backdashing out of the situation here. Just keep a little bit more space and get sealed the deal.
Yo, look at those short hops.
Right.
Unbelievable.
Just wave driving across the scene right now. This is really clean.
Thinks about using camera super, decides against it.
Look at that
Right.
corner carry across the whole screen, so free. What a
And
carry!
he actually got behind the opponent too, as you can see, and that leads to some really good combos.
Are you looking for
Well, to be fair, this character's pretty bad. Everyone can do a rising overhead on them.
The one thing you can be aware of is Draft does have a back turn counter, much like Leo Whitefang, so you always got to be ready for that neck to just snap around.
Right. Definitely can throw things in reverse on you if you're not ready for that sort of Carmageddon.
Now we can find out
You gotta block a lot of overheads against this character as well. Alright, once again, using audio cues.
Very strong.
Let's see if they can get out of here without taking any damage. They're so patient. They haven't taken a hit yet. I haven't seen them take a single hit here.
Both of them
This is
just
crazy. They've avoided all the damage. They have the super. They're popping super. Are they gonna hit him? Are they gonna get him?
Oh, it's happening.
Oh, they look surprised, but they
The super connects.
Yo. Oh, long
play.
distance. Wait, you
Double
can't
super?
You can't do that super at that range. That's not gonna hit. It hit.
Oh, they did! What range on that move? Oh
That
my
super
God.
loops.
Karada, please! Fix the game! But he tells me don't ask for shift.
Yes, and find her any.
Karada asks me don't ask for shift. Sorry, just had to internalize that real quick.
Hey, that tech is yours now. Carry forth with it.
Yeah, X copy engaged.
Yes.
Hide ourselves with joy.
Alright, literally entering the Lion King right now, though.
As soon as I find her, I'll send
The
her
main
right
thing you have to
home.
watch out for with these characters is they have a lot of places they struggle with, but if they do ever get you into a wobble between the king and the queen, you are done. Like, it's one of those things where there is some talk of, you know, whether or not wobble should be banned, but at this tournament in particular, at EVO Online 2020, wobble is legal for the Lions.
Lions can see well in the dark.
Yeah, if you can't DI out, you know, drive influence out, it gets really bad.
Great shot.
Good games. You got me.
Putt-Putt has built enough meter to camera super. Wow, they took out all 3 of the puppets.
All at once.
At this point, I'm seriously wondering if maybe in the future they should have walking forward build less meter, because I feel like Putt-Putt just always have meter.
Scared of that mouse.
Right, exactly. And it's just very, very, it makes the opponents feel very tired every time they have to play against this character. And it just really devolves to kind of options that opponents will have.
Yeah, the tournament just ends up being Putt-Putt mains bumper to bumper, and it can't be good for the competitive scene.
Right.
I don't have a lot of jokes about this, but this elephant has some serious animation problems in like the face and nose region.
That sometimes happens with these indie games. You have to cut some corners, and
the aesthetic
all over that edge.
I'll admit it. I really like the mechanics. They've taken a lot of inspiration from Marvel, but the aesthetics are just a no-go for me on this one.
Yeah. Rip Marvel Infinite. We loved you.
So,
Carvel Infinite.
Infinite, yes. Excuse me, I misspoke. What kind of weird game am I making up?
Another level 1. What's the Oki? What's he gonna do on Wake Up?
Yo.
Oh, he offers the mouse and cheese curls. Oh,
They're gonna take this is a bait. This is a bait. This is a bait.
No way is he taking this bait. Come on.
This is a hard bait.
You're
There's
in
no
the
way.
finals. Don't do it. Oh,
No. Oh my god, he takes the bait!
Yo! What a setup! And he finished his plate too the whole way through. Putt-Putt did it!
You're my hero.
That's incredible.
Oh God.
And you know, most people were really against that sort of cheesy play, but Putt-Putt pulled it off perfectly in such a clutch situation.
And the thing is, you would think in that situation when he pulls out a bag like that he's probably going to chip him out. But no, went with the cheese curls on this one. And on it, beautiful play.
Right. I was not expecting the cheese to be pulled out like that, but I was expecting the chip damage, but I got got. That's why I'm here in the commentator's booth, and Putt-Putt's out there on the main stage.
I haven't seen a bait like that since Eunice Grand Finals where Carlamp took it all.
All right.
Snapshot moment.
I mean, now we're back to character select here for a little bit. You do have to pick the right colors that you need for your characters to make sure it's something that you're really used to, because we don't always have the DLC characters on every console.
Yeah, and I mean, like, let's be honest here. Especially in Undernight, it's well accepted that if the coins are there and your custom isn't picked, you can buy it before tournament. Okay, going with yellow. I gotta be honest, not personally a fan of the puce, but you know what this might be? It might be because it's harder to see Dragon Rush through this. He might be picking it to try and hide the Dragon Rush shine off of him, which actually pretty smart, let's be honest. Like, if he goes in Hellzone Grenade, he's just invisible right now.
It's the closest color to the path too, so this goes along with their stage choice earlier as well. They've been thinking about this for a while.
And you know, it could be a throwback homage to back to those gold EX characters that they had in Guilty Gear Shift. Just really kind of going back that like Ryyudo came from this scene and everything like that, and this is the kind of thing that I want to bring forth to say I can cross over games and I can body everyone else here just because we're not from the same history.
Oh, word?
Yeah, Putt-Putt be talking.
All right, so I think we have to go to, is he going for jungle after that palette swap? That makes sense.
This stage lags. This stage lags.
Ooh.
I don't know if I don't know if the TOs are gonna let this rock.
We got Eddie on the ground there though. What a setup.
Great shot.
He's popping the suit. They're not making him stop. I think they're just gonna let him play it out.
All right, well that's fine.
Say cheese.
And again, now that Putt-Putt is at level 4, this is the type of meter build you're gonna see from this point on. This character, they shouldn't have let him get this much meter. The best way to play against Putt-Putt when they get 4 levels is to just not have let them got there in the first place.
Yeah, now it's one of those unfortunate situations that you just play as best you can until before to stop them from getting to level 5. So that's what Putt-Putt's gonna be aiming for in this kind of last little bit here.
Okay.
All right. I have a lot of questions.
I'll be honest.
IAD's over the pit.
I'll be honest, when I first saw that was one of the actions this character could take, like that float across the top whip thing, I didn't think it'd be terribly useful, but against like certain matchups like Matera, just incredible.
Wouldn't mind a bit if I borrowed these. You never know when they might
Yeah,
come
it's
in.
the type of tool that just invalidates certain matchups.
Definitely throws a wrench in other people's matches for sure.
That's one of the things people complain about is that this character just has every tool in his kit, and I understand, you know, he's got so many different options, but he has to switch stances to use them, so hey, let's be
I
real.
got one. Come on. You're so top notch, playing hopscotch. A
Who's
time
taunting on him?
with my stopwatch.
It's crazy. And look, Putt-Putt, their opponent is mashing the taunt button, still smiling. This sort of mental fortitude is what it takes to get this far in the bracket, and they pop the super, they're punishing the taunt. This is why you don't taunt in top 8.
Do not taunt in top 8.
Oh, now you just took a selfie of them while he's hitting the infinite. What a play!
Oh, where is my baby?
Oh, the solid snake pick.
Little Skeeter, where are you?
Hello. You
just carefully blocking.
You gotta love it.
Not wanting to get hit by a... Trying not to get hit by Snake Edge.
The thing I love about these close range scrambles is neither player wants to move first, right? High level players hate these kind of stare down situations because it is just kind of random who presses the fast button first, right? So I understand the hesitation, but someone has to make a move.
I can tell.
Now, just you can see both of them just doing the stare down right now, just crouching against each other. Just really, really good play. All right,
pops the super.
Oh my god!
Is it gonna connect?
They have to nerf this super after this game. I'm sorry.
It hits!
Oh my god!
I've been trying.
Disappointment on his opponent's face.
Look, I know we're supposed to be positive on the game, but Karsis, come on, let's look at this real quick. The camera super's real dumb.
Right. Hey, you know, it's one of those really good, just normal fundamental moves that, you know, people like Hungry Gearbox really use really well, just because they can maximize their range and everything like that, and really get the best, you know, miles per gallon that they can on this up.
Ooh, we call him Rocket Raccoon Assist. We getting a log trap on deck?
Oh, let's go!
Let's see what's swinging in. We got the Kosoru mix.
Let's go.
It looks like they're having trouble at executing the super. Oh no! They dropped it! They dropped it!
No dog!
Are they gonna pick it back up?
Oh, unbelievable.
All right.
We call that a reset.
I gotta say though,
go.
it's been a long time since I've seen a team with a composition like Frank West and you know, Rocket Raccoon for the log trap, and I gotta say it harkens back to Kosoru, and I really love his play. He played in a really different way. His soul is still just so beautiful, and I'm glad other players are taking inspiration.
Right, exactly. And kind of speaking of the set play, there's definitely other players like, you know, Lost Key of Soul, who was able to just play out really well, keep you in the corner, and just keep that pressure onto you the whole time, just laying down the gas and accelerating on your opponent at any time of the day.
God, I remember the Lost Key of Soul versus Volvo Mito match in Grand Finals last year. It was incredible.
that was such a good set for sure.
Volvo Mito is just so safe. Like, his safety ratings have been incredible year after year.
If you could, I'd really owe you big time.
And his play is so clean, but yet it's so dirty. He just smog everywhere. Just can't check up on that. It's so good.
I'm counting on you.
Well, like, one thing that Volvo Mito is so good about speaking about that is a lot of players are good at making knowledge checks, but Volvo Mito specifically is incredible at his emissions tests. Most players just can't handle it.
Yeah, it's definitely his mission to delete his opponent as fast as he can.
All right, good call here, backing off from the big body character. If you don't let them get close, they can't really mix you up. They don't have any zone. Ooh, waterfall skip. Oh, nice!
That edge, that was so clean. Oh, let's go.
Text the throw.
Right.
Oh, takes it back up.
That conversion works? Are you serious? He can re-jump that? That's crazy. I didn't even know. I've been playing this game for 20 years. I didn't know you could re-jump that. That's insane.
Just all those wavelands, every single one off the ledge. It was just such a good play. Putt-Putt is insane right now.
Are they going for the route again? Did they get the hit again?
Oh, let's go. Let's go, Putt-Putt. All right, wave landing again. And definitely trying to show that he is not a washed player whatsoever.
Yo, this is a different route. This isn't the same one as the last time. I think this one gives a better knockdown.
Oh, yeah, this looks like a much better situation for Putt-Putt.
All right, he's very, very proud of himself, too, at the same time here. Really good play.
Using those musical cues again.
Showing himself here.
Wow, just blocking forever.
This patience.
People talked about this a lot when Sam Show came out, about how, well, it's a really slow game that's really patient, and it's one of those things that players have to learn to get used to. But look at this, folks. This is high-level play. Definitely wasn't just the Let's Player looking at a guide. That's high-level play.
Right, definitely.
Ooh, is he going to catch the Lion Cub up on the waterfall? No.
Oh,
making a third.
Notice they're going in again. See, this is what we call set play. It's when the same situation loops into itself and you're positive every time with a different mix-up. This is what real set play looks like.
Yeah, this is really, really mean. He's getting him in just a vicious waterfall vortex, and I don't know if he's gonna get out of it before he just loses all the rounds.
But he seems to be doing pretty good right now. Oh, he's escalating the combo. What a reset! He reset the combo
staircase
again
combo into a reset. I did it again. Putt-Putt can do that? That's amazing. Oh, the vortex!
Oh no!
The vortex hitting different now, Putt-Putt. How about that? Oh, he got broke out.
God, this feels just like net play. I'm sick of playing underwater.
All right, solid assist call there from Putt-Putt. Oh,
all right.
Anti-air super.
But he did take a lot of damage for that whole last little bit with the whirlpool, so has to rebuild his levels a little bit. Kind of starting a little bit like level 1.5 right now.
Yeah, but they still build so much meter. I'm starting to see what you're saying, Ty. Maybe they do need to tone down this super a little bit.
It's one of those things, especially when you consider how long the rounds are in this game. It's just one of those things of he's so likely to build up level 4 early, and then he just has this for the rest of the match.
Exactly.
Can you jump?
And now he has to really worry about a character who can really do fly cancels on him and just staying really above him. Has to really watch for those overhits that at all potentials can happen at any moment.
Oh, you know how happy that would make me.
Okay, it's really full screen there.
Using those whip normals yet again to get out of the situation.
It looks
like they're finally done with waterfall set play.
Yeah, definitely. And definitely making it, that's the kind of stuff that makes it Putt-Putt get out of pools super easily.
Yeah, because that's the thing is, yeah, he can drown as many people as he wants in that vortex, but as soon as your opponent breaks out and shows, hey, I know how to deal with this, you really got to mix up your game plan. That's the adaptation, and we'll see if Putt-Putt can do it in the next round here.
I mean, if anyone does, Putt-Putt definitely has the drive.
Damn it. I don't know why that one got me so bad.
Level 1 sometimes hits you really good. And speaking of level 1, we might see Putt-Putt pull up the camera again.
I got stuck over here, and the drawbridge won't close. There's a giant rock in the way.
It's crazy to see 2 giraffe players in one bracket. This character's so bad.
Oh no, absolutely so. Just really, you have to really play the long game against the long necks for sure. And that's the kind of play that I like to see.
If you haven't played Putt-Putt in a while, you might be confused about this situation and just wonder why doesn't Putt-Putt just super dash through the rock? Super dash does not beat rock anymore. Rock got buffed in in the latest season. Really exciting stuff for giraffe players everywhere.
My gosh, that was good. That was so good. Oh, what a save! Actually assisting the opponent on accident. Sometimes that happens.
Yeah, that had to be a dropped input. There's no way they meant to do that.
Hey, it happens. It happens.
Right.
Car super again. Camera super.
One.
And it hits. It's clean.
The opponent did not look happy about that. They looked really upset from that hit. Makes sense.
But people are just tired of getting hit by that super.
And I mean, I don't blame them. We have seen the super come out a lot, despite being only one Putt-Putt player in the top. We've seen it so much. It's really frustrating to see.
Well, Putt-Putt the reason Putt-Putt's been able to duck nerfs for so long is because it's such a high execution character. It's really good, but it's not easy.
Right. But it's still at the same time seeing the camera super come out so often, and it's such a move that's. It's easily convertible for sure, so I can see why so many people are frustrated to see it so often.
And I mean, it's just one of those things of anytime you have a reversal super that's plus on block, people are gonna, be pretty upset about it. It's pretty silly. I understand. Some people might call it an unfair bullshit move, just because you can cancel it. But he needs full calorie gauge, so just don't let him get it,
It's just, the problem is Putt-Putt's odometer build is so high that he can keep spamming it over and over.
Yeah, the fuel gauge, I mean, it's just so easy for him to just fill back up at any point in time.
We might cause an avalanche.
Oh, it looks like they're playing around the avalanche super. I respect it. It's technically, you can technically block it out, but it's just not worth going. Oh no!
Ooh, no. Oh, dodge!
Backdash!
Oh, makes it whiff! Right. What a backdash. Godlike. Yeah, that's super. A lot like Judah Break the Damn super. It's one of those things where it's a frame one reversal. If you block it, it actually can lead into a true unblockable into a TOD. Blizzard that character is so messed up. So messed up. And I'm amazed to see a player just ready for it. It's that kind of thing that that was 100 hours of lab time that made that backdash happen. And you gotta appreciate it, folks.
Exactly. And I mean, even Putt-Putt was ready because, he saw that he brought the puppy out, and that would have been a frame one reversible DP or a pupper cut, as like we call it, that would get him out of the situation too.
I mean, it just goes to show you that
I keep dreaming
card
about
players
blankets
are the
and
best at
hot
understanding the
beds.
mechanics.
You must be
You know
little
what they
Cheetah.
say. You
I
can't stand a
saw your
chance
mom
unless you
and
can defeat
she
the
sure
Shen
misses
Long
you.
cab.
I miss her too. I need something to warm me up so I can go home. Can you help me?
Oh,
little
young
dog?
Snake. We saw Snake player earlier.
And I'll
GT
be my
Snake
dad.
is a lot better of a character, but this stage is terrible for them.
Oh, but the
Oh,
Coco
absolutely
is so
so.
good in this matchup. The Coco is so good in this matchup.
Are they spending it? Are they finally spending the Coco?
They're spending the
Coco.
Coco. Here
They've
it is.
held the Coco so long. Is it gonna hit? It hits! Clean hit!
Read it.
Incredible
Oh,
debuff
yeah,
save for
Ryyudo
the rest of the fight. Oh, they ate all of that. Oh my gosh.
Oh, what an ice play! That was so slick.
Ladies and
I'm
gentlemen,
going to
we might be
swear
seeing
my mama.
our EVO champion if they get another round like this.
Skeeter,
And Snake's gonna have to go home and be a family sedan.
I still need to rescue 4 animals so the zoo can open.
Okay. Good. But now we're at the ultimate snowdown. we got bears from California facing up against Putt-Putt on the ice rink.
The thing that's crazy is I'm so used to seeing bears as like very fast, active characters, very quick, you know, chips enough, that kind of thing. So seeing bears play this, the big body character seems very out of character for bears.
Exactly, but definitely we're here at Winter Showdown 2020. Let's see what kind of happens here.
Yeah, sorry we weren't clear before. This is actually a previous footage. We're showing off Putt-Putt's grand finals match against Bears from Winter Showdown.
Right. But you know, they did see each other at Frosty Fountains earlier, so at the same time, you know, I can see why people would get confused. They're both very good players.
Going
They
for the
played before.
low-high mix-up, and it's just not going through. Bears' defense is just incredible. The thing is, so many people know him for the offense, for the mix-up, for the really nasty quarter throws, you know, stuff like that. But no. The real secret is you got to look for that defense. It's not always just pressing 6P. It is often just pressing 6P, though.
Yeah. It's not at the 100% of the time, just only 80% of the time.
Oh, look at that block. I thought they got hit.
Man, what a play. That was such a good tournament there.
I'm amazed. No
remember
one
it
has
all
landed a
footage.
full hit. No one's converted into anything yet. Still at 0-0 on.
But Bears is stuck on defense.
And like this, you know, this is definitely an older version of Putt-Putt that they were playing both back at Winter Showdown a bit.
Yeah,
and
this is
it's definitely
before
not,
people like really explored the camera super.
Right, exactly. But this in the old version of Accent Core or AC, they definitely were playing as cool as possible.
Finally, a big hit for Putt-Putt.
Right, finally made it. What a play!
What a
Did
play.
it?
You just gotta love that defense, folks.
And that's all it took. After that, they timed them out.
Right.
Oh, just flexing a little bit, letting the outro play. Oh, I mean, come on. Okay, I get it. Not even gonna shake his hand afterwards.
All right, I was jamming out. Oh, we're doing it again? Let's go. I feel like Tasty Steve right now.
Yo, second rep of the loop.
Ryyudo, my arm.
Yeah.
Oh, Sammy, Sammy, I can't.
Are you Sammy Seal's mom and dad?
See, it's messed up that they put all 6 of the Seal players on the same side of the bracket.
Whiskers, have you found our little girl?
Oh,
I
he doesn't
sure
even have no
have.
whiskers.
She's stuck in a mud puddle by the dam, but I know I'll find a way
Ooh,
to
we
help
might have a
her.
break the
Oh, I
damn
hope
super
you
lined up
figure
after
it out.
all.
We miss our
Right.
baby
But Putt-Putt doing a
Samantha.
really good job actually coaching the opponent of how to get out of the situation.
Golly.
Actually, what a good player.
You know, there are some players who just kind of like to talk a little shit while they're playing, even at grand finals. I respect it.
Right, exactly. Like you saw it at EVO 2 years ago when Little Ma Engine was able to talk shit all the way up the top 3 in Kraken.
Seals talk to one another by honking, barking, bleating, growling, and roaring.
Hey, taking some time reviewing.
Sammy,
Right, gotta get those notes in.
Woo! All right, finally using that super dash. Oh, it loops all the way around. Super dash is a fine mechanic, and it's coded well, everyone.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Look.
That was definitely supposed to happen.
Yeah, they definitely were intending that super dash to track all the way around the screen and somehow land right in front of them. Unbelievable.
And they have the super again.
Wow.
Oh, God.
Just on top of the cake, just all that frosting.
Why can he confirm
It
that
hit
on
both
the
of
super
them.
dash?
It hit both of them.
This is insane right now. One more for the good old man. One more. Let's go.
Yo, if this gets both of them,
Three here, nigga. Let's go.
Putt-Putt's back to level 4.
Oh, going back in. Oh, right, I forgot he never did take the picture of the penguins, but there it is.
Yeah, they're back up to level 4 right now. We're looking really strong here with Putt-Putt.
Another super already?
Let's go. My dude.
Oh, taking the...
Great.
Another photo here. Oh!
Yeah, this is if you're all wondering, this is what level 5 Putt-Putt looks like. They basically just have infinite meters.
Yeah, they just run around and just use camera as much as they want. It is ridiculous how strong this character is. It is absurd. Like, this is as late into the game as you can get, so like it's hard to imagine Putt-Putt is going to ever get like more ridiculous than this. And this is kind of where you start seeing people complain and call for nerfs. But what you have to remember is Putt-Putt has to score so many knockdowns to get this in the first place, and like. In a game where other characters can just TOD you on the spot, it's kind of a hard sell. Even if sometimes Putt-Putt does just TOD their whole team, right? Like that's the risk reward.
Yeah, it's the meter gain at lower levels that's the real problem with this character.
Yeah.
Like, if Putt-Putt gets here, they earned it, right?
Yeah, absolutely. But, you know, and that's the kind of reason why Putt-Putt's been able to low ride under all these nerfs and buffs this whole time, because no one's ever paid that much attention to Putt-Putt.
Yo, these are some nice blocks.
Yo.
All right, you've heard of painting the fence, but have you ever heard of building the bridge? We're about to do it.
Let's go. This reminds me of Mr. Game Tournament Finals, when they were playing Break the Ice. He's putting it together. It's just so good.
I'm not scared. Here goes nothing.
Oh, Hip Hop Anonymous, let's go.
Ooh, he's popping off. He's already popping off.
Whoa.
Oh, he's in there.
Look at that wave dash!
Yo, wave that off!
Accidentally went a little too far. You hate to see it. You know, I get it. Doing KBDs is fun, but every so often you gotta slow down and make sure you understand what's going on.
Now I can
Hey, exactly. You can't just be mashing out any sort of tech skill that you have whatsoever. You gotta pay attention to the neutral sometimes.
To be fair though, Putt-Putt does so well against big bodies, it's impressive how well that match went for them.
Exactly.
There's no shame losing to a Putt-Putt player this far in the bracket.
And, you know, sometimes when it gets those big bodies who are the really good grapplers and stuff like that, you have to just kind of, you know, reverse it back and just stay parked for a bit so that they have to come to you instead.
Yeah, unfortunately, Hippo player took the bait, and Putt-Putt takes another round. I'm pretty sure there's not a whole lot. Like, they already reset the bracket, right?
Yeah, we're approaching the end of this tournament for sure. There's no two ways about it. We're going to be closed out here in just the next few minutes. There's no way he's got much more left. Oh! All right, we have built a second bridge. See, this is the thing. Once you get this combo is level 5 exclusive, but it is so strong and it links into itself and it confirms off of almost anything. It is ridiculous. Like, you ever get hit with a whip normal 3/4 screen confirm into your full life bar? Putt-Putt's pretty wild at level 5.
Need my help.
Right, exactly. And, you know, definitely on top of all of that, it can combo into like a forward air too. So that's just absolutely insane.
Looks like they're heading back over here to the waterfall. Look, are they going back for waterfall set play? I don't know if I agree with this.
Yeah, like it's been a couple matches, sure, but I doubt your opponent has forgotten how to deal with it. Ooh, whip normal, not quite that good. Busted.
Yeah, this was a mistake. This was a mistake.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you find
But I do appreciate the attempt at the overhead here, at least.
Yeah, that normal used to drop pretty far down, but they definitely nerfed it, pulled it back up a little bit, so it's harder to fuzzy. Ooh.
Yeah, this is post-nerf Putt-Putt, by the way.
Yeah.
Right. You gotta remember, it used to be even worse when Putt-Putt first got released on DLC.
All right, reviewing some matchup notes, thinking about some of the previous matches of the day, maybe trying to give himself some ideas here. Still getting ideas here. They're mostly dancing animals, as you do. Okay, we got more. Yup, still taking his time. You know, I know a lot of people get really upset when someone tries to swap sides at a tournament and there ends up being a whole delay because of translation issues and this, that, the other. But I really don't think Putt-Putt would try and ice out his opponent. If he did, it is legit and that is absolutely a legal strategy. That being said, I don't think that's what we're seeing here. It's just high-level play. Sometimes you really have to sit down, look through your notes. So like, let's respect the players here, everyone.
Right. It's always important to kind of like, if you have some time to kill during a tournament, it may not even be your pools or your sets or anything like that, but you spend some time going around and kind of peeping some of the other opponents, seeing what the other players are doing, so you kind of mentally know what you're looking out for in the future matches.
And still reviewing here. Okay, this is starting to look like maybe it is an ice out attempt.
This is Sonic Trucks all over again.
Right. We saw that EVO last year. That was insane.
Yeah.
But, you gotta respect the hustle. This is grand finals.
Yeah.
Yeah. But definitely the Sonic Trucks versus Toichi match where they iced like that is the exact same thing we saw.
And if it worked for them, it's going to work for anyone, right? So, oh, watch out though. Maybe thinking a little too hard. Opponent's starting to look a little upset. They're starting to think this is main.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's quite enough of that.
I'm done here.
All that stalling just to remember. Oh yeah, I have rope normals.
Yeah.
Let's go.
You made it.
All right.
I sure did.
And that's what we call being carried up to top 8.
Thanks for saving me. Say,
Yeah, maybe a little bit too much engine stalling on that last one, but hopefully we'll get into it, get grand finals cleared up here soon, I think. All right, we're going into final set.
Right, here we go.
Yeah, this all comes down to this.
Definitely Putt-Putt right now, definitely using all those very interesting drive normals, just pressing that D button, and definitely using that horn on main.
It's one of those things where if you wonder why this player is not sponsored, it largely is just because they're a little horn on main on Twitter. But hey, you know what? Live your best life. There's the turn off retweet button for a reason, folks.
Right, exactly. So use it the best you can.
When Lost Kia Soul cleared up his Twitter, Jeeps and Wong was sponsoring them for a while.
Oh yeah, I actually forgot about that. But now, you know, Lost Kia Soul kind of rocking their own scene now, everything like that, as they wait for the next opportunity.
Oh, finally pulling out the entire toolbox here, really going ham.
Ooh, look at all those setups right now. That's so clean.
Oh wow, that is the perfect setup for this situation. Just incredible.
So smart.
So smart.
Oh, hey,
break the dam! Like I said,
break the dam.
Oh, eats it! That's gonna be a full TOD. There ain't no way you're getting out of this one. Everyone get ready to chant along with the basketball supers. Ooh, 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 ooh.
And people just hate that. People normally hate that sort of ratchet play, but definitely Putt-Putt makes it look so good.
Their opponent is out. They're gone.
I'd better go tell
I've seen that before in our local tournaments too, where no hands, no shaking, just good games, and you don't see them for the rest of the night.
This is it. This is the end.
You saved the zoo. I can't thank you.
They did it!
They did it! And Putt-Putt takes grand finals, EVO Online 2020. Reset the bracket, gets through there. Oh man, and hey, I know a lot of people are gonna say the character carried him or whatever, but I just want to point out this is the only Putt-Putt player we have seen all day. So if you think it's the character, you are sorely mistaken. This is just an incredible player, incredible play all day today. It's one of those things where it may not be the most traditional play you've ever seen, but I promise you, it was unbelievable. And one day you'll reach the level that you'll understand how broken that was. It was just amazing.
Like, a lot of other players thought they could get here with cheap strategies, playing the real S-tier characters, etc., but only one player truly had the drive.
Let's go, Putt-Putt, and say congratulations to your new EVO World Champion, Putt-Putt!
Oh, just amazing. So, and you love to see it when there's these great close matches beginning to end. No real blowouts. You know, it was a lot of thought just across the board beginning to end. We're going to see him on the podium, see a lot of our favorite folks again. So get ready to, just a round of applause for everybody today and all the for all the competitors today. just beautiful stuff. Congratulations again to Putt-Putt. And here's a little sizzle reel we made for EVO Online Putt-Putt 2021. So
I love these retrospectives.
And hopefully, you know, once again, anyone can get into competitive carring, like, you know, Putt-Putt has, you know, within previous years. Anyone can be good at these games. So if you're interested in sort of stuff, try to find your local scene, try to get connected with people who can help you out with your game, because we are all happy to help you out in the FGC, the fighting game car community.
And for real, Matt, Jamal, MiniMatt, Ryyudo, hello. Thank you so much for doing this. It would, like, this is completely crazy. This was an idea Matt had in the middle of, like, the afternoon one day and was like, I think this is a really bad idea. And so I informed him, no, this is a good idea. And
amazing idea.
Yeah, and as soon as we're going to get moving on to our next block here pretty shortly, it's going to be an incredible one. It's going to be Smite, Author Blue, Skybills, and Proton John doing some incredible Super Mario ROM hack stuff. 4-player Mario ROM hacks are always good, but this one is going to be particularly good. Again, this is all raising funds for Akihabara Arcade here in Colorado. It, again, is really just such a special place to all of us. They welcome our community with open arms all the time. The owners help run the tournaments, all this stuff, and it's just such an incredible space. We would hate to lose it. You know, it's one of those things of our scene is finally getting strong after so many years. We're getting to a really, really good place, and I would just hate for our community to backslide because of a stupid goddamn virus. And like, I really, really don't want that to happen, and every little bit helps, and thank you so much. We're gonna start getting our donations retotaled, get everything going, and I'll let you know if we've hit any of our other goals for the day. Yeah, thank you all so much for joining us. Thank you again, MiniMatt and Ryyudo.
Oh, hey, anytime, man. It's been an absolute blast. Once again, thanks, MiniMatt, for the idea. This was absolutely perfect. I had a great time with this.
It was a lot of fun. Did we hit... Yeah, that's a good question. Do I keep my beard?
I will do the math here in a bit.
Ryyudo has been the person who has been doing the bookkeeping, so we are going to need a minute, but I have a feeling the answer is probably not. So
God.
I'm gonna go ahead and play the little trailer for AKIZEME real quick while I reach out to the other team and let them know. Stream might come down for just a second as I turn off and Smite turns on, because Smite's gonna be taking care of this next block. So yeah, let me go ahead and play one of these. Do you want to turn off the game? Yes. So gonna run a little ad for AKIZEME, and we'll be right back with